Lina stood in a grocery store late at night, holding her phone like a calculator. The lights above buzzed, and the shelves looked endless. She wasn't just picking groceries, she was doing math. Every coin mattered. But what if the real secret to saving wasn't about sacrifice at all, but about seeing money through new eyes? Not because she was poor, but because she had a plan. A stealth wealth strategy she was building in silence. Lina is an immigrant. When she first arrived in this new country, she didn't understand credit cards, rent contracts, or banking fees. Saving money felt like trying to hold water in her hands. But now, she saves smarter than most people who've lived here their whole lives. This isn't just a video about cutting coffee or skipping vacations. Lina's way of saving is different. It's bold. It's built on culture, community, and technology. And her journey might just change how you think about saving forever. Because Lina didn't just save money, she saved power, peace, and possibility. And Lina's story reveals what most people miss about saving. It's not just about how much you make, it's about how you move in the system. In the past, people saved cash in jars or under mattresses. In some countries, families shared one bank account. Today, things are different. We have apps, credit cards, and digital wallets. But somehow, saving still feels confusing and stressful. That's where Lina's story comes in. She's not a money expert or a millionaire. She's someone who had to learn everything from zero. Her story isn't about being perfect, it's about being smart. And through her journey, we'll see that saving money isn't just about putting coins away. It's about changing how we see money, community, and the future. Lina grew up in a small town in Eastern Europe, where every dollar was stretched to the limit. Her family didn't have much, but they knew how to make things last. Her parents taught her frugal living habits, mending clothes, cooking at home, and sharing what they had with neighbors. Saving wasn't just a habit, it was a way to survive. When Lina moved to a new country in her 20s, everything felt strange. The streets were busy, the prices were higher, and people spent money quickly. She had left a modest home behind and now found herself downsizing to save money in a culture that moved fast and spent faster. She worked long hours as a cleaner and sent money home every month. Still, she never felt in control of her own finances. Lina didn't speak the language well, and she didn't trust the banks at first. But she was curious and determined. She believed that if she could learn how money works in this new world, she could build a better life, not just for herself, but for her family too. When Lina arrived in her new country, money felt like a mystery. She opened her first bank account, but didn't understand the rules. She got charged a fee for taking out her own money, and didn't know why. Bills came in the mail with strange words. Rent, insurance, taxes. It was overwhelming. She watched others use credit cards like magic, buying things fast. She watched people fall into lifestyle inflation, spending more just because they earned more, while still feeling broke at the end of the month. But Lina was afraid. In her home country, debt was dangerous. Here, it seemed normal. She felt lost, like everyone else had a map and she didn't. Sometimes, she cried in her tiny apartment, wondering if she'd ever catch up. But Lina didn't give up. She started asking questions. She read small articles, watched videos in her own language, and talked to other immigrants. Slowly, she began to understand something important. Saving in this new world wasn't just about money. It was about learning how the system works. Number 1. Saving by learning systems, not just numbers. Lina realized that just counting pennies wasn't enough. In her old home, saving meant spending less. In this new place, saving meant understanding how money systems work. And once she did, everything changed. She learned about hidden fees in her bank account, charges for using the ATM too often, or not keeping enough money inside. She switched to a no-fee account and saved over $200 in 1 year without doing anything extra. Just avoiding hidden fees helped her cut expenses without changing her lifestyle. Lina also discovered compound interest. A simple online calculator showed her how even small savings could grow over time, just by sitting in the right kind of account. It felt like magic, but it was just knowledge. Instead of focusing only on cutting back, she focused on learning how banks, credit cards, and taxes work. She even found out that certain apps offered free saving tools, but only if you turn them on in the settings. This new way of saving didn't mean doing more work, it meant doing smarter work. Lina didn't earn more money right away, but she made her money go further just by learning the rules. Her first big financial win didn't come from sacrifice. It came from understanding the game better than before. But could saving money go even further, beyond just your own wallet? Lina was about to find out. Number 2. Community-powered saving. Lina knew she wasn't alone. Many immigrants around her felt confused about saving too. So, she started talking to them at the laundromat, at church, and even in line at the grocery store. One day, she had an idea. What if they saved money together? She formed a small group of 5 women. Every month, they each put in a small amount, just $50. Each month, one person got the full amount to use for bills, school, or savings. It was simple, safe, and based on trust. This idea, called a money circle or savings club, exists in many cultures. But Lina gave it a new twist. She added group video calls to talk about money goals, free apps to track their contributions, and even invited a guest speaker once a month. Together, they saved faster, learned more, and felt supported. Saving became less scary and more powerful when done as a team. But something deeper started to shift in Lina. She realized saving wasn't just about the now, it was about tomorrow. Number 3. Saving as legacy, not just personal gain. One day, Lina looked at her growing savings and asked herself, what am I saving for? It wasn't just for rent, food, or even a holiday. It was for something bigger, her family's future. She decided to open a savings account for her niece, who still lived in her home country. It wasn't much, just $20 a month, but it gave her niece hope. Lina also started writing down everything she learned about money, planning to teach it to her younger cousins. For Lina, saving became a financial freedom story rooted in legacy and long-term purpose. It was about passing down knowledge, not just cash. She wanted her family to have a better relationship with money than she did at the beginning. Still, Lina wondered, could tech tools help her stay consistent, without losing the human connection she valued? When you save for something bigger than yourself, your children, your roots, your people, it becomes easier to stay focused. You're not just saving for today. You're building something that lasts, something that can grow even after you're gone. Lina didn't trust apps at first, but after a friend showed her a budgeting app that spoke her language, she gave it a try. The app tracked her spending, suggested weekly saving goals, and even warned her before bills were due. It was the first budgeting app she tried, and it changed everything. She liked it but didn't stop there. Each Sunday, Lina and her savings group reviewed their app reports together on a video call. They shared tips, helped each other fix mistakes, and celebrated small wins, like paying off a credit card or reaching a savings goal. In 2025, many apps now offer group budgeting or shared goals features. Lina's group used these tools to stay connected and motivated. But what made it work wasn't the tech, it was the people. For Lina, the best way to use digital tools was to add a human touch. Saving got easier when it felt less lonely and more like a shared journey toward success. In just 18 months, Lina's money story changed completely. When she arrived, she had less than $100 in her account. She often felt scared she wouldn't have enough to pay rent. But little by little, her plan worked. First, she switched to a no-fee bank account, saving $200 a year. Then she used a budgeting app to track her daily spending. She joined her money circle and saved $600 in shared savings. She also set up a high-interest savings account and watched her money grow on its own. By month 18, Lina had built a 3-month emergency fund, paid off small debts, and started saving for a business idea. She didn't win the lottery. She didn't get a big raise. She simply learned how to use the system, leaned on her community, and stayed consistent. For Lina, it wasn't a no-spend challenge. It was a new way of living every day. Lina's journey shows that saving is possible, even if you start small. Learn the system. Ask questions at your bank. Read about fees, interest, and saving accounts in your country. Knowledge is power. Use a budgeting app. Find one that fits your language and lifestyle. Track where your money goes each week. Start a money circle. Talk to friends or family. Save together and support each other. You don't have to do it alone. Set a goal. Save for something that matters. A safety net. A trip. A gift for someone you love. Be consistent, not perfect. Even $10 a week adds up. Saving isn't just about money. It's about peace, purpose, and preparing for what's next. Start where you are and keep going. Back in that same grocery store, Lina now smiles as her budgeting app shows a green checkmark. She's still on track. No guessing, just peace of mind. She turned a calculator in a grocery aisle into a savings plan that changed her life. And now, she's helping others do the same. Lina's is a true money story, one that started with less than $100 and a dream of financial independence on low income. She proves that saving isn't about being rich. It's about being ready, about turning fear into focus. Want to learn how real people are building quiet wealth and achieving financial success? Then watch this video next. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.